Okay, hi. Hello, it's Tom Hobden here calling. Alright, so hi, it's Tom Hobden here with Dance Digital and Participation. It is Tom Hobden calling. And my very first one, and it's a real experiment here, is the lovely Katie Everett Dale, John Darvell, Lucy Lloyd, and the glorious Terry Hyde. Thank you, Nikki. That was amazing. There we go again. Another amazing interview. See, I told you John was great. Okay, phew, we got all the way through our 3 top tips. I am going to say this. Everybody dancing every day. All right, this is Tom Hobden signing over and out. Goodbye. Goodbye. It is Tom Hobden here calling for episode... Actually... It's not episode 11 of Dance Digital and Participation. This is going to be our little series finale, a way of trawling back through the past, seeing what we've done, seeing the journey that we've come on, and then just blasting you with every one of the best tips that we can. I hate that you would have missed out on anything of each one of the episodes, although I'm sure you've been watching. But yeah, I'm going to pull out all the best tips. So, once, as usual, I am here jabbering away with my new little setup. Hopefully you've noticed that going on. And I need to stop talking and I need to hit the intro like this. I really hope that you enjoyed the beginning of this film because actually I really loved editing it. It was a bit nostalgic really to go through the process to sort of think where we were in lockdown, and actually I started with a Dance Digital and Participation talk. That talk turned into some interviews with some brilliant friends who knew about digital much more than I did. That turned into also some people that were at the beginning of their journey. Then that moved forwards into a YouTube channel with likes and subscribes and comments and learning everything that's about that. And then here we are at our little series finale, kind of wrapping it all together. But I thought actually it's got to be more than a finale. Well, what is this little talk about? Today's talk is about your friends. It's about the people that you work with. And it's about when times are really hard, trying to find a bit of a way through, a conversation. Seeing if somebody's walking the same walk as you, or maybe just getting some new information to help you move forwards. So what I've done with this episode is I've just pulled out a few interview highlights from across the time to see if it can kind of kickstart your thinking, maybe remind you to reach out and contact these people. And if it's not these people in the interviews, maybe it's some of your own friends as well. First one we're going to start with is Alyssa Lisle. Let's jump straight in.
I'm aware that not everyone will be rushing back to the studios in September, and that's absolutely fine. And so I want to kind of be that support for those that don't want to go back yet. So as long as the demand's there, I definitely want to continue, and I see it just kind of moulding and changing to how the demand is.
That's great. I mean, because the other thing is that I keep thinking about audiences with this, especially with digital work. And actually an example of it is that there was a business seminar that I would have never ordinarily gone to kind of like face to face. But because I could go to it online, I decided to do it. And it really made me think about the dance world and about all those people who are too scared to even get through the door. They might be like going, actually, I could go to an online one, I could turn my camera off, and then that might get them in the door. So not only are you kind of got this wonderful market over here of people that love to go to classes and are happy to go to an arts building, you've also now got those other people that might be, starting to convert. I really feel like it was an untapped, like, why didn't we think of this kind of before, sort of moment.
I totally agree as well, and it took me a long time to admire people who have the confidence to walk into this massive dance building and walk into a class that they've never done before, in front of a teacher that they've never met before. I think as dancers we're like, oh yeah, like that's cool, that's easy, but actually it's not, and that's something that's so great. Whereas I feel like Dance Anywhere is that complete safe space, so you don't have me watching you, you don't have anyone else watching you, and I think for a lot of people it's learning those first steps, like that terminology that just feels really alien. Like you can learn it and then be like, right, okay, I know what that is, and hopefully maybe that's me bridging the gap between someone who's like, I don't want to do this, to then, oh well, I can do it at home, to to then be like, well, maybe actually I can go to a class.
Alyssa has that brilliant kind of courage and bravery just to stand up and have a go. But the thing is with that is it takes up quite a lot of energy. It takes up quite a lot of reserve to be able to get yourself there. With that energy can sometimes come a sense of bit of overwhelm. That led us to our overwhelm episode with Hyde. And he gives us here a little brilliant tip to be able to kind of keep us calm and keep us focused. But I'm going to let him do all the explaining. Off you go, Terry.
Think of the 5 things that you changed in a positive way because of the lockdown. Just 5 things, and think how that has changed your life. So 5 positive things that you've changed, and for you to continue in that vein, to think positively and to move forward rather than allowing these situations to change. Because remember, and here's the one tip, out of negative situations comes opportunities. And it's up to you to take those opportunities rather than saying, oh, it always happens to me. Don't be that person. Go with the change.
Speaking of Terry's opportunities, we now jump to the brilliant Kerryn Wise, who talks to us a little bit about the VR place and the 360 filming and the opportunities that we can have there. Again, let's let Kerryn do the talking, shall we?
I think 360 video is a much more accessible technology than virtual reality, because for virtual reality, you have to have a headset. Most people don't have a headset sitting around their house. So yes, there has been, more buying of headsets by everyday people. But I think that actually, if you're at home and you've never worked or watched a VR, or you're not into gaming, it's unlikely you're going to go out and buy a VR headset. Whereas 360 video is a very simple way that people can you can be transported through 360 video, but you can still watch it on a laptop or you can watch it on your phone. So you can just scroll around that 360 image and be taken somewhere else. It's not quite as immersive as kind of computer generated VR in the headset, but I think it's a really good in-between medium that arts organisations might start with.
So what's really clear about Kerryn's work is that she understands where she is and she can see the opportunities that are coming up. Now we're going to go to our last person now with Nikki Watson, who just describes the moment of not giving up. When everybody else was saying that it's too tricky to start or it feels unachievable, you just got to keep going.
People told us that we wouldn't be able to dance with people that couldn't move, and we did it, you know. People have constantly said, oh, those things can't happen. So I was like, do you know what, this can happen, because fundamentally the reason that we're doing it is to give people a good experience. Our dance was part of their lives, their weekly lives, for so long that there is a way that we can make this work, because we're thinking about them. And as long as we put them first and our patients and our participants first, we can make this work.
What an absolutely amazing way to finish. You can do it. Thanks, Nikki. I've got to admit, I'm a bit emotional actually from watching all of that come together. This was a journey I never expected. It's a journey that I had not particularly asked for, like none of us had done, but we're here and I'm loving it, and I really hope that you are too. If you really enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe. There is so much more dancing stuff that is coming your way. If you've got a comment that you'd like to pop down, do that down below. Give me a thumbs up, makes you feel good and makes me feel good. It leaves me, last of all, to say in my episode, we want to see everybody dancing every day. I have been dancing all morning this morning to my little season finale number, ready to enjoy whatever is coming our way. Thank you for being there. You have been amazing. I can't wait for this one to finish and for our next adventure to begin.